Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Planet Coaster, working on our science fiction themed park. In the last episode we finished up the steampunk station, and now we're moving on to something that people have been requesting for a long time. Even before this park, a lot of people wanted me to do a post-apocalyptic park as a whole park, but now we're just doing it as a small section of this park. But I still think it comes out freaking awesome, and this build today is probably one of my favorite things I've ever made in this game. It's not super complicated, but it just looks and feels so cool. I love it. Use a lot of the new pieces and the new tools to accomplish it, and I just can't wait to show you guys. If you do enjoy, make sure you hit that like, leave a comment, leave something letting me know that you are enjoying Planet Coaster and want to see more in the future. Today is also Planet Coaster release day, guys. Woo! It's happening. Oh my god. November 17th is finally here. Planet Coaster is coming out on Steam. It should probably be out by the time you guys watch this video. And if so, get out there and go building. Well, first finish watching the video, and then get out there and go building. Or do what you want. I'm not your boss. Anyway, first thing we're doing here is building a coaster. I decided to go with the Atheon coaster just because I really wanted a perfectly vertical steep drop, just kind of right in the middle of this big crater we're building, because it's kind of like dropping a bomb. So this whole area is going to take place inside of this large crater, kind of like a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland. Not supposed to be themed after anything in general, but I did take some inspiration for things like the town of Megaton in Fallout 3, so I looked at some reference pictures of that, and just some post-apocalyptic towns and stuff in general. I did a little bit of research trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do here, and I think it comes out really cool. I like the idea of having it in a crater. We're gonna have it's not gonna be all in this crater because the crater is relatively small. We are gonna have stuff on the outskirts, kind of like maybe like broken down skyscrapers or derelict buildings and things like that. But for the most part, we're gonna have the coaster and the rides and stuff inside and around the crater. It's so cool. I love chucking the little carts off of it, especially these ones. The Atheon has those really wide seats, so I picked this coaster because I definitely wanted inversions, and I wanted the fast coaster, and I wanted that big drop, and then I like the wide pieces because it's kind of like a big old bomb falling down. So that's what we went with here. Trying a little harder on this coaster, just trying to take full advantage of the speed and things like that, and full advantage of the inversions and then tight space, trying to keep most of it inside of the crater. We go out a little bit, but I just love how these coaster cars look. These big sweepy ones, they're really cool looking, and I just think they're really unique because most of the coaster cars are just like two people across from each other, or like, was that too wide? This one's like what, 8 or 10 wide, something like that. So it's really interesting, really unique, and I think it's really cool looking. And I like how you can just extend the coaster bay all the way and just have a bunch of the coasters now. You don't have to deal with the blocking sections, things like that. It's pretty handy. I can dig it. I tried a whole bunch of different things on this coaster. You see me keep going back and changing things, but I was just trying to get it right, trying to spend a little bit more time on it. And yeah, don't know where I was going with that. Someone actually called me out yesterday because on the previous episode of Planet Coaster, I was a little out of it. It was early in the morning, and I don't know, I wasn't really feeling well, so my speech patterns were a little weird, and I kept saying yeah. It happens from time to time, guys. You think after all this time I'd be more comfortable with post commentary, but I still am not super comfortable with it. I'm used to engaging with the game in the moment and reacting to it rather than going over this video of me playing a game and talking over it. So it's a different technique, you know. It takes a while to get used to. It takes a long time. I have like 74 videos on Planet Coaster now, something like that. I don't know. Trying to take a little advice from you guys, so I am banking my turns more. I was always uncomfortable with that. I don't know why. Like, I felt like it was too much whenever I did it, but you know, I'm trying to learn and grow as a person. I know I've complained about things in the past. Again, I bring up the comparison of what exactly I find as constructive criticism, as opposed to just people saying, "Hey, do it better." Like, constructive criticism, I love. So bring it on. I love that. There are some problems with this coaster. We'll kind of go over it, those problems, as we get closer to the end. Some of the speed at the last corkscrew we have in here, I wasn't super happy with, so I might take that out or just replace it with something. You'll see when we get there at the end, but I think this coaster comes out pretty cool looking. Not really digging the blue color right now. It looks a lot better once we change the colors to something a little less default. And over here I decided I was just going to have it go down the coaster bay, but I figured that'd be a little bit too much speed, so we're going to have it go down this hill here, and then we're going to throw it into the corkscrew. This is the corkscrew I'm not 100% sure if I want, so we might reconsider that, but I do like how it wraps around the track. I do like doing that, especially when we have so many different coaster cars going. Adding some brakes to the end, and then just having those go over and then connect up there. There we go, smoothing it out a little bit. Probably gonna bank that turn. Actually, I think I did in the video. But I'm just gonna ride the coaster real quick. There will be a full real-time ride through at the end of the video. This one looks a lot better once you have all the theming and stuff in. But there you go. I like seeing these big coaster cars rolling around like that. They're so cool, just big and long and sweeping. It's really cool looking. Just changing up that a little bit. Trying to bank it. It keeps moving the coaster bay for some reason, even though it didn't have it selected. Not entirely sure, but here we go. Change the colors. There we go. So this place is going to be heavily like dark colors, heavily green themed, just because it is going to be like a nuclear wasteland. And the whole point of this is like it's not immediately after a nuclear bomb. It's supposed to be more like Megaton, where it's a city built around. Well, in Megaton, it's an unexploded bomb, but imagine this is a city built like hundreds of years after a large nuclear explosion left a big crater. Even though, as far as I'm aware, modern nuclear weapons detonate well above the ground, so they don't actually leave craters. That might be modern, that might not be. Like, I'm pretty sure the nuclear weapons used in Nagasaki and Hiroshima were like that, because they didn't leave craters, and they didn't leave large amounts of radiation. I'm not sure. My history of atomic warfare is not up to standard, I guess. I haven't studied World War II as much. Okay, I am a history buff, but I've not spent a lot of time studying World War II. It was just something I would like to do at some point. Over here, we're adding just a metal shack over this whole thing. I wanted just kind of like a big lean-to, and I decided just to place it wherever I could, and then we're gonna fill in some of the gaps with wood and stuff. But I do like how the coaster kind of goes throughout it. I think it makes it look really cool, and you know, it's just supposed to be like a big metal shack, kind of derelict. So the big holes in the side definitely do help with that illusion of destruction and broken downness. Have to raise up the path a little bit here. But there you go. So the immediate area around this is going to kind of be like a, kind of like I said, Megaton for Fallout 3, but kind of like a little shantytown village. And we end up doing something pretty cool with some of the radiation, or some of the sci-fi pieces. You'll see in a bit, but I rather enjoy it. I decided for this place to go with this. It's called like a gravel path. It's kind of gravelly, I guess. It doesn't look super gravelly, but it looks decent. I think it'll work for this section. Definitely don't want it to be like an asphalt road. I mean, maybe the asphalt road will look good, because this is a little bit too bright. What do you guys think about that? I think we might change it to the darker asphalt path. Not entirely sure. One of my favorite things about this is when you go at the top of the stairs here and kind of look over, you can just barely see the coaster peeking out of the hole. It's really cool looking. I think we may obscure it even more by adding some sort of like overgrown buildings and stuff to the entrance before you get to the crater. I think that'll be kind of a cool reveal as you come over the crater entrance. I think it'll be cool. I'm excited to keep working on this park. For this part, we mostly just do the coaster area. We do also do some shops and stuff, kind of the immediate village area. Adding some wooden supports and stuff, just kind of trying to make it look like they were just slapped up there, just kind of trying to hold it together. There you go, adding some wooden beams over here, just kind of wherever we can, real no rhyme or reason or pattern, just kind of placed around just to kind of give the illusion that's barely holding this thing up. Like this is just a worn down, broken old metal shack. It's kind of like a, what are those called? Quonset huts? Those big round metal things. They're more rounder. They're more round than this, but that was the kind of idea I was going with here, like maybe an old broken down Quonset hut. Is that the right word? I think it is. But that's the general idea here, what I was kind of going for. And I think it's really, really cool looking, especially at night when we get a lot of green lights in here. Oh man, it looks so cool. I filmed this coaster at night, just so you guys can get the full effect of the lighting. It's freaking sweet looking. Really, really cool. Just trying to add some more wood and stuff all over it. And now I wanted to work on the kind of entrance area. And this is right where I realized, wait, they pushed out an update, those little stinkers over at Frontier, because there is a bunch of new stuff. Look at that. There's like this hanging wires and sci-fi pieces. There are animatronic cowboys, so they pushed out a little update the day before full release. Little sneaky goobers. I was confused for a second. I'm like, these are new pieces. I don't recognize them, but yep. So we got a couple new pieces. Not too many, but they're pretty cool. I like this though. Check it out. We got a little pool of like radioactive water or radioactive goo. Nondescript goo. My precious goo. I think that's actually what I type here. My precious goo. I don't know how that joke. It's like an old inside joke. I don't remember what it's from or anything, but every time like we'd play video games or something with my friends like middle school, and like someone would get stabbed in the video game, like we'd play Halo 2 or something, it'd be like, oh, my goo, my precious goo. Stupid inside jokes. But I really like these. I think they're cool, and so I'm just gonna toss a couple of those around. They kind of just be scattered around throughout the village. They don't actually give off light too much. I thought they were, so we're gonna add our own green lights under them. And right here we're using the oh my god, I can't say it anymore. Deciduous rocks. I almost said deciduous. Deciduous rocks. There we go. I thought I was using deciduous rocks over in the steampunk area, but I think I was using savannah rocks or one of the other ones. I don't exactly remember the name. I don't recall. But I really love these tin roofs, these kind of perforated metal roofs. I think they're awesome looking. They fit with this theme really, really well. This thing is really low to the ground. We ended up raising it later. But I just want some metal shacks kind of placed around haphazardly, thrown together with like just random pieces of wood and metal and stuff. So that's the theme we're going with here. We may try some of those like stacked buildings that you do see in the Fallout games or in Megaton, or they're kind of like on the side of a cliff and there's just like a bunch of buildings stacked on top of each other. So we might try that. Might be cool to do. And now we're starting to have the green lights. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I like the green lights. Ever since I did the Hulk section in my, which park was that? The Marvel themed park. Of course, which park was that? What a dumb question, TikTok. You idiot. What other park would have a Hulk section? I just love the green lights. And they fit with this area so well. The green and orange lights are cool. I wanted to kind of put some more of these shacks over the paths. I thought that would be cool. Just give it a little bit more structure. There you go. And then I was going to add some more buildings and stuff. I think it's coming up soon at some point. Just putting some of these little goo piles everywhere. I have to put something in those caves because the coaster does go underground a bit. And it gets pretty dark in there. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what we should put in there. But we'll think of something. Nice little toilet shed over here. Toilet shack. The toilet shack. Toilet shack. Is that the song? You know, that pop song. Meet you at the toilet shack. Toilet shack. No, I don't think that's right. Anyway. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Yeah, just so decorating a little toilet shack over here. Adding some like these walkways on the sides. Nothing too fancy, realize. I like these things. They're pretty cool. These, what are those called? Lantern chains. Okay, I can actually read it. The preview is pretty small on my screen, but I can read it. Lantern chains. I do like them. Kind of a lot of pirate themed stuff here. Just trying to make things look very decrepit and rustic and derelict. Things like that. That just makes me think of Zoolander. Gotta love that movie. Never saw the sequel though. I heard it wasn't very good, so I'm okay with that. If you guys saw the sequel, make sure you leave me your thoughts on it. Actually, don't. I don't care. I don't know. See, now we're at the point in the video where I'm running out of things to talk about, and so things just start to get weird. Working on a Tiki Chicken Shack. Tiki Chicken. I love that mascot, man. He's one of my favorites. You guys didn't see, they did add the Tiki Chicken mascot to the game. I showed him off in my beta update video. He's so cool. He's like this big tiki head, and he's got a chicken leg. He's just running around, and he's on fire. And he's got big googly eyes. He's so cool. I was thinking about, here's a random thought. I was actually thinking about this when I was talking about this section of the park with my girlfriend, and I was thinking about having like subtle hints that these people pray to Chief Beef. Like this is a post-apocalyptic society that prays to Chief Beef. I'm not sure how that would go, like if I would just put statues of him everywhere. I just thought that was like a funny idea, because in Megaton they pray to a unexploded nuclear bomb. And I'm like, okay, well here they pray to Chief Beef. I thought that might be funny. I mean, who hasn't prayed Chief Beef from time to time? I know I have. I don't know, that might be cool. And for some reason, I was having trouble placing these benches on the slope. I guess that makes sense. I didn't realize how uneven this ground was. And so some of the benches and trash cans were being a little bit finicky. Wasn't really letting me place them, but oh well. We just want to have them on sloped areas. I did get some scattered around because we do have a bit of a trash problem in this park. I will be the first to admit that. But we do have plenty of trash can stuff placed in the other sections of the park, so we had, oh, it's probably better now. It was pretty bad over in the steampunk area, but now that we're finished with that area, we did place enough trash cans, so we should be good. No longer have our trash problem. Now we don't need to have our weird twins clean up everything. Well, they're not really twins. There's a lot of them. The janitors, they all look the same. Is that racist? No, it's not? Okay, good. All those janitors look the same. They all look like Scruffy from Futurama. Pretty crazy. Oh, I accidentally punched the mic. I scratched on my head. My bad. Over here we have a little pool of dirty water. Definitely will be using the dirty water a lot in this section of the park. Decided to add some plants and stuff kind of around it. And then this little fence area to kind of keep people away. Say, hey, you don't want to drink this water. It'll give you 4 heads. And only 2 of them are functioning. So the other 2 are just kind of hanging off of you. I don't know. Wrap your noodle around that one. Jeez. Add in a little medical area over here. It is good to have these by the exits of the rides just so people can go here instead of vomiting. So it's kind of close to the exit of the ride, but I guess this is a relatively intense coaster. There are a lot of inversions and stuff, so hopefully people will go here instead of vomiting. Though it might be too far from the ride, so I'm not sure. Again, if this was like a challenge mode or a career mode, I would be a little bit more concerned with that, but not overtly concerned right now. Just taking this little shack over here, we're going to make it into a new building. What did we make this one? I think we made it Monsieur Fries? No, we made it a Cosmic Cow drink stand. That's right. So I toss that there. Add these to the front. Good old Cosmic Cow, man. Oh yeah, and I realized in this video I did forget to put the Cosmic Cow sign on it. I want to start doing that more just because I do like the look of some of them. So I'll probably go back to the steampunk area and the futuristic area and add some of the shop signs. Now that I think they added the Hot Dog Squad sign, I'm not 100% sure. Because I remember being outraged about that. But here we go. So you can imagine when that area filled out. It's going to look pretty cool. Oh man, I love that glow of the green. It's so cool, guys. Oh my gosh. Now we get to ride the coaster. I need a name for this coaster. If you guys have any ideas for this sort of post-apocalyptic atomic crater coaster, definitely let me know. Could just call it the Crater Coaster. Or Coaster Crater, something like that. That might even work. That'll be good. Oh, there's a couple times where I feel like you're going to hit the sides, but yeah, no, they're fine. It's because this thing is so far extended over the track. Oh, look at that, just kind of zooming over the town. So yeah, these last 2 corkscrews are a little bit slow. Woo! Barely missed it right there. Looking good. But there you go, guys. That is going to be it for this episode of Planet Coaster. Happy release day. Make sure you hit that like if you are enjoying my science fiction park and want to see more in the future. Oh man, go play Planet Coaster for yourselves. Have a great time. I'll see you next time. Bye.